Somewhere in the comment section, I posted, sports media is not credible. And Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson proved my point yesterday on their respective shows. Take a listen to their commentary regarding Angel Reese and her play in the WNBA.
I just think after this game, Skip and Key, you got to start putting Angel Reese in the Rookie of the Year race.
I buy that.
In the Rookie of the Year race. I mean,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm all the way in on this rivalry. And it just seems like Angel plays with an extra intensity when she's going against Caitlin. But, I've watched it this year. I watched these two match up. They don't necessarily play against one another, but it's a little more oomph to Angel Reese when she's playing against Caitlin. You can see in her performance.
First and foremost, it was hard to listen to this because it's obvious Paul Pierce hasn't watched all 3 Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever games. He thinks that Angel Reese is balling all of a sudden because she's playing Caitlin Clark. They've played 3 times since they both have been in the WNBA. Secondly, on this third rematch, they were down by 15. So that's what the umph is about. Like, I'll be darned if I go out like that. It's not about Caitlin. It's a competitor's nature. And if anybody should know that, it should be a professional basketball player who's retired. And I'm like, dude, she does not need to be put into a conversation for Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese is the conversation for Rookie of the Year. Now, Keyshawn Johnson, I was surprised by his take because Keyshawn is usually prepared and very astute on the subject of sports. But it's obvious Keyshawn didn't understand what was transpiring before yesterday's game either. And Keyshawn tried to clean up his commentary by looking at his notes. Take a listen.
Look, this was Angel Reese's coming out party, in my opinion, and viewing it as a WNBA player. She 8 of 11 from the field. Skip. When you look at that, 16 defensive or 16 rebounds, so to speak, 13 of them on the defensive boards. So she was crashing the boards left and right, something that she's been doing for them all year long. But this was the first time that I feel like
there are no buts, Keyshawn. Correct. This is something Angel has been doing all season long. The first week in preseason, USA Today stated that Angel Reese owns the glass, the backboard. So this is not new. Angel Reese is currently the number 1 player in the WNBA for rebounds. Angel Reese has been multiple times the number 1 rookie in the WNBA. Angel Reese is currently the most efficient rookie, look up the stat, for the WNBA. And Angel Reese has 8 consecutive double-doubles and 9 in total. That's through, 16 games? So this is not her coming out party, Keyshawn Johnson. It's as if because you all start watching the WNBA that suddenly she's coming out to the world. Are you serious right now? Like, this is so demeaning for a woman who has been balling since college, who came into the league prepared for the WNBA. And for you to say after 16 games, when she's breaking records, gets a nod from Asia Wilson saying she's the most consistent rookie because she is, that she's having her coming out party? Really? Because you decided to watch? The second rematch between the Fever and the Sky was the most watched WNBA game, period. Not this third game. So she had her coming out party in preseason. Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson proved my point. Sports media, podcasters, influencers, whatever, journalists, they are not credible. So Angel Reese doesn't need to be put into a conversation that she's been leading for quite some time now. Angel Reese, if it was decided today, is Rookie of the Year of the 2024 class for the WNBA. Angel Reese is on her 9th double-double. Correction. It's her 8th consecutive. And for her to have 8 consecutive double-doubles, she's been out and relevant in the WNBA. Not when Keyshawn and Paul Pierce decide to tune in. That's what she said. I know their phones were blowing up after this broadcast because obviously the two of them got together and compared notes, and neither one of them watched the game. They glanced at the highlights because this was a pitiful embarrassment for both.